Hey man, I'm blessed. Happy to be here, Paul Feinbaum. I've been watching your show for a very, very long time.
Well, I just want to say, whoop that trick. Randy, let's all say it.
Hey, the era has begun. The whoop that trick movement has begun. We turned it up this weekend in Las Vegas at the UFC Apex.
Let's talk about that first, and then we'll work our way back to your playing career. So, I mean, this is a big deal. A lot of eyes are on it. I interview a lot of athletes in preparation. At this point, we're a couple of days out. What's left for you to do or work on?
Honestly, man, the hard work has already been put in. All I have to do is show up. I mean, if you ain't prepared by now, there's nothing I can do in the next 2-3 days. So, I mean, I look good. I feel good. I'm about to go perform.
So, I mean, I don't know about it. It seems like the most important thing when you get in the ring, you got to look good, don't you?
Absolutely, man. That's probably the most important thing. If you don't look good, then your swag is off, your confidence is off. It throws off your whole game. So I always take pride in looking good. I hit the gym 2-3 times a day. You know what I mean? I make sure I'm well taken care of, my tape line looking good, and I make sure I do my skincare routine.
Now, I don't want to compare routines here, Trick. I mean, I might run a couple of miles. I might lift a couple of pounds of weight. I mean, I have a feeling that my routine and your routine are different. When you're in the middle of serious training, not at the end, what do you do?
Man, well, what we do with, we WWE superstars. So we got to get in the ring and we got to go down, man. We have to, it's funny playing football. I spent 20 years learning how to stay on my feet and be an athlete, breaking tackles, everything like that. My first day in training to become a WWE superstar, I learned how to fall and hit the ground, which was completely, just a mind, it messed with you. You know what I mean? I had to learn how to stay safe and most importantly, I had to learn how to get up. And that's what we do here. Anytime you fall, you got to get up. Message for life.
Not that I'm really planning on getting thrown in any rings in the next few years, but we all fall down occasionally. What's the key to when you take that hard fall? What do you try to avoid?
And I try to avoid that 3 count before they hit 1, 2, 3. I need
This guy is going to be a superstar, as he already is. But okay, so Trick, let me go back for a second because your career took some interesting turns. You were a good high school player. You went to Hampton. Then you made the decision to go to Carolina. What brought you there? And how much money would you command if you were playing in today's NIL era?
Oh, man. Well, as you know, Paul, back then, right before I got there, actually, the Gamecocks were on top. I'm talking number 4 in the nation.
Oh, yeah.
That's right off the heels of Jadeveon Clowney, Stephon Gilmore, Connor Shaw, Marcus Lattimore, all these guys. And, me being from that Columbia area, I went to Keenan High School. I saw these guys, and that was my dream school. However, I had 2 offers out of high school, one to South Carolina State and one to Hampton University. And I went to Hampton and, I played. I started as a freshman, but it wasn't my dream school. And I knew it was my goal to play in the NFL at the time. And staying at that school, I didn't see that being, in my future. So I had to take a risk. I took a leap of faith, and I hopped on to the University of South Carolina. I walked on. I tried out, and the rest is history, man. Oh, here we go. Against Georgia right here. See, that's a great incident of learning how to fall and get up. Bam, here's another one. Yeah, man. I mean, this is my first year.
The hated Tennessee Vols. I think you guys won this game, if I remember correctly.
And it was a close one for sure. Yeah, Florida Gators. Yeah, man, that's my dream school. This is my first year being eligible, man. Went from walk-on to starter. So, I mean, that's just a testament to a hard-working guy, man, just being at the right place at the right time.
So you were hoping to play pro football, but you took a strange turn. Tell us the story of how you ended up changing gears.
Well, how much time do I have?
You got all the time you want.
Okay, well, what happened was after the South Carolina season, my senior year, I was a physical education major. And, in order to complete and to graduate for the school and the courses and everything, I had to actually go to the high school, which is called Airport High School. It just so happened that this school internship, the actual school hours, were during football practice. So my whole senior season, I wasn't able to make practice because I had to graduate. It's a choice I made, So I had to live with it, no excuses. So with that being said, I didn't play my senior year much. I did some special teams. After that, man, nothing happened after pro day, as you can guess. I didn't have the film that would carry me over to the league. So what happened was I took a job at Airport High School, and I trained every single day. And eventually I ran into a guy named Alshon Jeffrey. I'm sure you know him well.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Alshon, we started training at the indoor facility at the University of South Carolina. And it's crazy because Alshon and me were from the same place. And this is right after Alshon has signed that big $53 million contract to the Philadelphia Eagles. Mind you, Paul, I had a dream. I just knew it was destined in my spirit. I was going to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I meet Alshon. I'm training with Alshon. Everything's going good. I'm going to meet Alshon to work out in the weight room one day. And as I'm waiting for Alshon to show up, Deuce Staley shows up. Now, I'm sure you know who Deuce Staley is as well.
Of course.
Deuce Staley at the time was the running back coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a former running back for the Philadelphia Eagles, former running back for the University of South Carolina, and also a former running back at the same high school I was doing the internship at. So when I saw him, I knew exactly who he was. I said, hey, I'm Trick Williams, and I want to play football. He said, you serious? I said, I'm dead serious. He said, I can't do anything for you. All I can do is take the film that you do have from your junior year, and I can send it to the scouts. A whole year goes on. I'm coaching the kids with my football cleats on. I'm running my routes. I'm getting better at the craft. Now, mind you, this is around the same time that the NFL Spring League had opened up, when Johnny Manziel was trying to make his return and he was playing quarterback. That year, I actually went to the NFL Spring League. I balled out. I got some really good film. And then just kind of wait to hear. Now, you may not know this, but there's a spreadsheet for the NFL, and it has pretty much the formula for every single NFL team in order to get in contact with the coach. For example, if it's the Ravens, it's going to be john.smith@ravens.nfl or whatever the case is. I got my hands on one of those sheets, Paul, and I emailed every single wide receiver coach, every single quarterback coach, every single offensive coordinator, every single tight end coach. I said, hey, I'm Trick Williams. Here's my film from junior year from Hampton. This is my pro day. This is my NFL Spring League. I just want an opportunity. Got 2 teams that reached back, and they said, we don't have space for you, but thank you for reaching out. Dang, Paul, what am I going to do? My mom tells me, you need to hit up Deuce Staley one more time and see what happens. So I hit up Deuce Staley one more time. And he calls me about 2 weeks later. He says, hey, he said, Trick, you ever made it to NFL camp? I said, no, I've never been to NFL camp. Congratulations, we bring you into the Philadelphia Eagles rookie mini camp. And just like that, I made the camp with the Philadelphia Eagles. I balled the whole time at rookie mini camp with the Philadelphia Eagles just to get cut. And now I'm sitting down like, man, what am I going to do? At this point, I've been playing football 20 years of my life. I didn't know exactly, what was next. So, of course, I wanted to play football. And I hired an agent. Mind you, I did all of this without an agent at the time. So I hired an agent. And he says, no problem. We get you to another team. Nothing happens. Now, at the time, this was the time the XFL was just opening up again. So my agent said, hey, maybe we can get you something going with the XFL. Now, the owner of the XFL at the time was a guy who used to be very affiliated with the WWE, but I can't say his name. You got to do the math. So we reach out to the XFL. I don't know what happens. Next day, I get an email from WWE. Hello. Coming across your information, and you look like a great prospect for the WWE. Are you interested in coming in for a tryout? Now, mind you, at this time, I had never really considered actually being a WWE superstar. I've been watching for a very long time. Matter of fact, my first cuss words was opening a can of whoop-a when I was 3 years old watching Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I never talked about it. It's a true story, man. I mean, it is what it is. So I didn't know, where I'm from. I didn't know how to get into wrestling. I didn't know, I was playing football. So I decided I'm going to give it a try. My parents, they say, give it a try. You ain't making no money sitting on the couch. So I go to this tryout. Absolutely love it. I knew from the jump, man, cutting promos, talking, being athletic is in my nature. Is who I've been my whole life. However, WWE did not sign me my first tryout. They say, hey, you got charisma, you're athletic, you got a good look, but you never wrestled before. So before we can bring you in, before we can sign you to the WWE, You need to go get some experience on your own. So that's what I did. I moved back to Philly with my uncle. We call him Sweet Baby James. He let me stay in his apartment. And man, that's what I did, man. I trained, I worked hard, and I was up 4 o'clock in the morning doing my regular job. And then I would do wrestling school at night. And then eventually COVID broke out. After COVID, I got brought back in for another tryout. And the rest has been history. I've been a WWE superstar ever since. And people think I skyrocketed to the top. That's not the case at all. Took my whole life to blow up like this.
Trick, I don't mind telling you that is an extraordinary story. I have a feeling people all over are just incredibly moved by you reaching. Yeah, but you've reached part of your dream. I have a feeling. Help me if I'm well off, that you are about to break out. Sunday night might be the precipice of that, but there's no stopping you at this point, is there?
There's no stopping. And I mean, I really feel, I call myself the anointed one because I believe that. And God's put his hand on my life. And, through this whole journey, man, like, taking a chance to leap out and walk on to the University of South Carolina, decided to leap out and try WWE, decided to leap out and go to Shawn Michaels' office and say, hey, I want to take an opportunity on myself. You might not know this, Paul, but I was in a position where I was a second-hand man. I wasn't the go-to receiver. I was running the decoy routes. It's kind of similar to my past. I was running decoy routes for Pharaoh Cooper. So, that feeling was too familiar for me. I said, I need the ball myself. And I went to Shawn Michaels and I asked him for that. And Shawn Michaels said, hey, a lot of people ask for the ball, but they're not ready for the ball. So, you ain't making plays. We're going to sit you on the bench. But I was willing to take that risk on myself because if I can't make plays, then I shouldn't be in the game anyways. And then that's when my career started to do jumping that everybody sees today.
Well, Trick, I can't tell you how inspirational this has been. I know people all over the country watching have been enamored, and we can't wish you the best because we know you're going to be great. Please come back, and one day Randy and I'll go, hey, we knew that guy back as he was rising the stairs of the WWE. All the best Sunday, and thank you so much for making time for us.
Hey, Paul, I'll come back on the one occasion. You got to take a light on my USC Gamecocks. You've been rough on us the past 5 to 10 years, and you need to show us some mercy.
Knowing that you're not that far away, you will get the mercy. We're not messing with you at all, especially as you're ascending. Hey, we'll handle that. Thank you so very much, Trick. What a pleasure to get to know you, and of course, Sunday night more on Trick as he continues to climb the ladder. How about this match? Sunday, June. Randy, you're all in?
I'm in.
I think I like his chances. I don't know who that other guy is, but
He's going down.
he's going to be used as they're going to sweep him off the floor by the end of that night.